G'day, today we're going to have a look at the demo of a new game coming out called Islanders New Shores. So probably very similar to Islanders, the old one. It's by the same guys. So let's have a look to see what's different because it was a good old game. Alright, move the camera, left button and dragging your mouse. Rotate. Okay. Now sure you can rotate the camera all the way around. Certainly a pretty island. Zoom in and out. I think it's all mouse that I'll do this with. Great. Alright. Brickmaker pack. Seaweed farm. That's definitely a new look for the seaweed farm. So it does look like we've taken a significant, pretty upgrade. What's that 10-second bonus coming from? He's not allowed to be near fish. Okay. So my memory back on. Let's put him in this little inlet. When you're placing, hold right button and use the scroll wheel to zoom the camera in and out. No, I need to hold right button. Seaweed. So our seaweed looks a bit more like what seaweed farming looks like, as opposed to the green that we previously had. Someone comment the creators saying like, well, actually, when you farm seaweed, it's brown. It's not green. Let's go brick makers because we do have some sand. Assuming we're still going on the sand for the brick makers. I do like our little sort of hive pattern that we get to build our seaweed with. Even if this game has just changed to be exclusively hive building, that's pretty fun. Fill up the meter to get new points. Yep, that's still the same. Journey ends when you run out of things to build. Yep, it's still the same. Alright, so sand pits based on how much sand they can see in front of them. That's cool. Actually, importance to where they're sitting. Presumably a second sand pit is going to be much sadder because the other one's there, but as long as it can see sand, it's going to sort of give itself a recovery. And that guy can sit behind them. Absolutely, we want to see our cities. So even if this is just that they've not remade Islanders, they've made Islanders but then given it just an absolute gorgeous makeover. I mean, it's old enough that it's absolutely due it. I am smitten at the moment. That bit of a wrinkle on some of the interesting shapes we're going to get of our town. Okay, now is there a way that we can get this guy to see a lot of that without seeing our friend, his competition over there? Love the naive world that he lives in, thinking that all these seaweed farms are for him. Now I've got a house there. I actually don't want a house there, do I? It's the mansions that I want here. That house is sort of a wrong move on my part. It's me being a bit rusty. I think I possibly just looked at the mansions and the houses and didn't connect which was which, or the significance of them. Unlocked a new island. Do we want to go have a look at what a new island looks like, or do we want to sort of continue on our journey of what this island looks like? I think we'll stick with this guy, and then we'll. Because I think more I want to see what the various packs look like, and then right towards the end we can jump to a new island and see what that looks like too. All right, so we got more mansions. That's where we'll exist at the moment. A room at the back there, is there? It's one little house there of this guy that's definitely his home's value is worth a lot more than than the house itself, and he's just unwilling to sell. Alright, so where can we put our masons? Can we get masons up on hills? Because we're going to build our houses in the vicinity of them, I believe. So this is probably our best real estate. Let's go mason up here. Because these guys like masons, right? I mean, it's a terrible build that I've just done there for how little points I got for each of those. Alright, lumberjack though. We can get him back here and sort of recover our points. Bit. Sawmill can come in. Lighthouse seems new. Unblocked ray. Seaweed farm, statues, seaweed fields. Okay, so everything in this they're gonna like. That's really neat. Right. So we can have him up there for 34. And up there for 41. I mean, I think being on the top of one of these is really, really cool. So let's go for a really nice monolith sort of state for him. I mean, I'd love to check out the farming and the brewing, but I'm not sure we've got much in the way of room to see what they look like. Spot there where we can have him being seen by both. A few more mansions. Mansions really fade in value very quickly once we get away from that city centre. And I hope everyone who's watching this is saying to me, well, why didn't you put the city centre on the open side where you could have more stuff around it and not on the closed side? And I say to you, shush. Let's not talk about such things. I mean, and then taking that knowledge and then cramming a little city center right there. Now that is a neat upgrade to what the shaman's house looks like. These guys like shamans, the mansions, but we don't like the city centers. So seemingly at best we're getting break even of 0 that way. We can get a 19 here. See a mansion near him, which we now can't get because of where we've positioned him. But it's going to be the most valuable mansion we can place. Alright, mill, wheat field. How big can you get? So you can't go on sand. So we would really have to operate on land, which we don't have. And we can go all the way at the top, or we can go down here, work down this bit. And I mean, that's kind of neat too, the way that this is built, that the way that they sort of connect together almost makes it look like just a singular continuous field if we really squash them in. You can't see the lines, so let's try and actually line him up really nicely. One up, one up. Right there. Fountains. Let's see if our fountains are prettier. I'd imagine a second guy isn't going to be too happy about having a friend right next to him, but still 13 points is pretty good. Mansion that we can get near the fountain. And then we're going to need some houses to sort of slot in and figure anywhere in this space that's workable. anywhere at all. Fisher. Alright, so I guess now, unlike the previous one, the fishers are going to be based on where fishing is. I was going to say 62 points for being that close. No, it's 6 and 2. They do also like the seaweed farms, but they don't like the seaweed itself. There's a 20 over there, so let's drop him there. We can slot him in there, but it's only worth 6. With that 8. And we'll continue to see if we can figure out anything with our houses over here. So I think it's basically going to be what size houses fit where. Keep giving us weird shaped houses. But we may be at the end of our run with this island. Well, that's our island. I think from a super big zoom back, it does look similar to the other game, but I think you get in there and you can see some really nice different styles of these guys. Let's see what a different island looks like. I wonder what score loops is. Tropical climate reminiscent of a summer paradise has the potential to score. Well, I do like my temples. Dreamlike vibrant color. Places a cluster of trees, flowers, or fish depending on the surface. Sure. Try our cluster. Whoa. A bit more leveling to this guy. So I'm allowed to do it where I want it. Right, so I can go fish in the water, trees, flowers, my gain. Cool. Alright, let's say hold on to that for a bit, but then apparently it's going like, no, that's what we want you to do right now. So let's go for a 15. Seemingly it's worth the most as if I'm doing trees. But it's a long-term goal of what actually is going to benefit me the most. Let's get some fish. Let's try and hold on to them. Let's go to the brewing pack because the lumber pack. Wow, we're going to continue to get those. All right. Now I could build brewing on sand or something, right? Oh, there's my monolith, so that's where our mansions are going to be. So I'd say we'll try and aim for over there for where our normal town is. So these guys we're just going to try and get out of the way. Let's start with these guys because we can pin these against the wall. Like a better placement so that we can have the brewery fully surrounded by its fields. It's interesting that we lose points. Now, I know that one of the things that we were offered was a forest, like a woodcutter. So there was a 16 somewhere here. Put him in there so that when we do this, we can say, well, we'll go to the city pack, but we can say the lumber pack, and we've now got a place for him. So let's get our hops fields kicking, because that guy is going to be a nice little successful venture for us. Okay, did we learn anything about placement on this one? So we're going to go him on the diagonal this time. So we want to be able to put houses in between them. So if we've got, say, that guy that sort of wide, Really, we want to have him about there so that we can have more people either touching one or the other. It's interesting that no, it didn't change the size of the house because it was just the wrong house I clicked on. Is there any way I can do this that corrects the size of the gap that I've made? Or do we just have this guy hug in? Don't get the one mansion too. Oh, we do have another lot to go. Alright, so seaweed farm. Now, we know with our seaweed farms, they don't like the fish, so we're going to put these guys over this way. Because if the fish is like the seaweed, then what we should do is have the seaweed on this side of the fisher so that possibly they can see all these fish and can't see our friend, the seaweed farmer. Mansion. Not really giving us much in the way of mansions. Mason will go because we know that they will benefit the houses that get put near them. Hopfield, because we know that guy's paying. The more of them we get, the more points we get per one we put down. Another brewery. You can even get 23 points even being near the other guy. If we slot him down here or up here, get him to 19. But I actually think that if we're getting 23 and having him that close, then let's have that little friendly piece of competition between these two breweries. Because everyone that we place after that's going to get the benefit of two breweries. Seems like some nice scoring. Still haven't gone for that lumber pack. Boons. On each island you will earn boons while playing. They can help out in tough situations. They can only be used on the island on which you obtain them. Use them wisely. Buildings. Add boon pack. Right, so that's my... Add a statue, add a terrace. Let's go a statue because we haven't started building our house houses yet, and they'll have benefit from being near a statue too. Lighthouse. So conditions of a lighthouse was they liked the unblock arrays of seaweed farms, statues, and seaweed fields. So we don't have much in the way of seaweed farms and fields at the moment, so 29 is the most we can get there. Which really means that possibly for every purpose, I saw a 30. Because he's got a few beams that are being blocked there, right? Get him further out. He can actually just be happier. Look over here. In a real logical location for a lighthouse. Okay, so let's go statue on... He likes trees. Well, boy, let me tell you about trees. 32 if we put him all the way up the hill. But we don't want him too far away that he's not going to benefit the people we're actually trying to score. Because he will get... They'll get 4 points for every time they're near a statue. So it's a long-term goal. Long-term benefit to put him further away from the trees. We can have these guys sort of slot in between those 2 points. And be happy. We'd love to get a another town hall though. Alright, so we'll go back to our hop fields, which you can see now we're up to 25. So we are starting to... We are just living off big hop. Alright, seaweed field. Lumberjack. Now, these guys are way less happy than I was expecting that they would be with the amount of trees that we're giving them. So, get that guy to what, 15? This guy can be down the hill, can't see that guy at all. You can get 16. Sawmill can sit and see both of them. Just 14. Shaman's not going to be particularly happy because we've not set up any flowers. for him. Another lumberjack. Let's go for the houses. Another mason, so let's drop him in just outside of that guy. Put ourselves another. So, I mean, I don't think that there's any point to increase the area. Grow the score of the next building you place by 50%. The score area. That seems real valuable. Let's come back to that. If we're placing something like a temple, I'm not sure if we get a temple on this one because that was the perk of the other one. But I do want to try that out. There we go. So really what we want to do, I think, is let's have a look at the range of this guy. Then we want to say flowers there. Flowers there. Flowers there. Find your happy place. This looks like there's about a 21. Oh, he also likes trees? Oh, buddy, we got a forest I can sell you. Fountain down there isn't worth too much. Fountain up here is worth way more. Fisher and plateau. So for our fisher, let's see what we can get for our setup over here. Masons. The houses are like the masons, so I think that there's some value in having masons stacked on top of each other. I wouldn't. I kind of want this way a bit more. It's not about him only gaining one, it's about these guys being able to gain more value. Like these guys can run all the way down the beach there and they're still getting about the same amount of points for us. Hop field. Can't even see the far edges of our hop anymore. Now the plateau's like city centers, masons, statues. So if we can get one somewhere back here, we'll be real happy. I think we can get anywhere up there. Got a lumberjack. 15 up here is probably going to be as good as we get. Sawmill's not going to like the other sawmill, so we'll come back to him. Now we got our parks back. Alright, let's go for a city center on this side. He also loving the masons. We go as far that way as possible so that the houses that come in can also benefit from him. Tell you what, once you get these houses sort of rolling big money, they go big. Huts, love my huts. If they stay the same as the last setup of them. Perfect little spot for that guy to slot into. Seaweed farm on this side. More houses. Tower. What's our tower like in Mason House, Mansion, Park, Statue? So really this side is where they're going to be happy. We're going to have them slot in right behind the town. We also have 3 of these at this point. Shrinks the next building you play. I'll look at that for mansions, maybe. Is that actually going to do it now, or do I have to select it and then... Is that smaller? Do I have to press on it? Now I press on it and it doesn't. Okay. So something like a sawmill. It's a little compact sawmill. We're just more doing this out of curiosity than... So the next one's going to be smaller too. Yeah, let's go shrink. Let's go smaller house. And that's cool that I can just choose to use it, so I don't have to have it as my next house. It can just be when I do it. Multiplies the score of the next building you place by 60%. Adds cliff house. I'm all about that. Talk to me, cliff house. What do you want to hang on? The cliff? Makes sense. Even if we just want to enjoy the aesthetic of this for now. Come on, cliff house. Like, properly in the cliff? That's cool. Tiny little cliff house. Sorry. Level up. Grants points to unlock the next building. I mean, that's... good. It gives a random boon pack and 15 sealed boon with... Sure. Let's do that. And... prevents the next time a building would get a negative score from another a building of its kind. That's pretty good. Do love wall platforms though. This hut's just positive like and everything. Alright, warehouse. So say, is this the sort of building that I want to increase its range or score? Did I pick up that score thing? No, I didn't. Otherwise, I probably would have thrown it on this guy. I haven't just really into seeing all the different buildings that we're getting. I mean, obviously there are a lot of things that are the same as the other game, but just look prettier. And nice to see just the game trying to evolve itself. It looks like we're about done with how many guys we can fit up here. Don't really want to waste my wall platform on them either. Seems like a waste on that side. Let's go on this side. An actual place that stuff can get built. Another boon. Select the building to attach a wisp. Grants plus 5 points when scored with, and moves the wisp to that building. I mean, that sounds like a fun little... So let's go, we go 5 to that guy. We then go back here and say... let's build a hut, just for test's sake. Get an extra point, and then the wisp moves there. And so then if someone benefits from that, so we've got to build things that I guess others are going to benefit from. Well, that's going to take us to about the end of where we're playing here. So what I'm going to do is I just want to jump to the next island, because I want to see what it looks like. And the desert looks pretty nice, but this one has the cliff guys, and a definitely different style to what we've seen before. Yeah, that's really pretty. Well, that's our first look at that one. Any questions or comments, feel free to chuck them below. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.